It doesn't matter how long you've been in business or how successful you've become. Most entrepreneurs suffer from a belief that maybe this time they'll pull off that one thing, just do that one thing that will make them completely invincible, completely unstoppable, untouchable, even though it's proven itself impossible 1,000 times before. This belief is hard to let go of because it manifests in 1,000 different ways. Like you get on that podcast, make that video, throw up that ad, do that launch, redesign that website, install that timer, that YouTube channel, Instagram channel, TikTok channel, Facebook page, LinkedIn profile, and on until you collapse in a heap at the feet of the latest dealer. I'm just trying to score a chatbot. Oh, who am I kidding? I have a confession to make. Hi, I'm Steve, and I'm a shiny object addict.
Hi, Steve.
When it comes to our business, shiny object syndrome, or SOS to those of us in the know, is a terminal disease. I know I hate the way it makes me feel when I'm in the middle of it, but it's so seductive because SOS always comes with a magnetic, pre-digested story. And you read these stories about service providers who struggled for years, and then one day they found the secret on killit.com. And yeah, it sure seems to have worked. But what you don't see is what made it work. The inner change that brought about the outer result. This kind of success is never an outside-in thing. Now, the marketer of the shiny object takes credit for it, of course. They don't see where the change came from either. What happened was that for whatever reason, this business owner had given up SOS to follow an inner knowing, what I refer to as their invisible authority. For example, a realtor who's been struggling to be seen in his area is about to give up in the current business climate when one morning he remembers Socrates saying something about how the unexamined life is not worth living. Well, he figures nothing much else is working, might as well try the classics. So he looks within, and what does he find? Not much, but that he does want to help people, and that he's good at hearing the desire behind the bland words people sometimes use when they talk about what they want. So naturally, he wonders if he could arrange conversations with people like that when he can't get in front of them to practice his listening skills. So now, rather than collecting random tactics that will never work, he begins a self-guided search. And soon, he finds a solution that gets him in front of more people in a way he could never have dreamed up in a million years, even back in a time when you could strike up a conversation with a total stranger without getting them in a little trouble. And all of this is possible in almost any business today, no matter what one thought their business was before. This kind of discovery happens in the hands-off selling pyramid, in the third stage, the people stage. This is where those who may understand the technology and have developed their systems can find themselves in danger all over again. Why? Because SOS is often confused with inner knowing, since both are based on following the light. So how do you know the difference? Well, your inner light tends to illuminate only a step or two ahead, while SOS, well, it's chock full of blinking lights and pinball sounds that go on for days. The temptation is there every minute. And when you have a few dollars to test something, it can be overwhelming. So go ahead and indulge yourself once in a while. Like our friend Susan, who knows everything about life, says, if you're going to do chocolate, make it an ounce of the good stuff. And when you're ready to collect a few select ideas about transitioning an offline business into the online world, you could do a lot worse than a free membership at Visible Authority. There you'll find an inconspicuous little document called the Thought Bridge, a way of helping you close the gap between what your next client finds valuable and the ways you can configure what you have to help them get it. And I suspect that among the 10 types of thought bridges you'll read about, at least one will give you an aha moment. then the search for a tactic will be more fruitful, and you probably won't have to look much farther than stage 4. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on The Visible Authority.